Oh, oh, oh. And the beauty is, I don't have brakes when it does this, so I've got to turn around and do that.
Well, g'day guys and good morning. I've just fired the grader up. I've been playing around with it for a few hours here and there where I have some spare time. I left my camera and my lunchbox in the truck yesterday, so that wasn't very helpful. Anyway, we just checked our oils, warmed her up. I think our auto grease is working. I can see fresh grease in there. Oh yeah, she's definitely coming out there. That's good to see. Just this, oh yeah, there's a little bit on the bottom of that ball. Oh yeah, oh that's good. I think she's working like a charm. It should, eh? Well, I have done something, Robbo, and you'd be I think you'd be disappointed. Oh, it's sort of impressive but disappointing. I've somehow got a big rock wedged in the rippers. Phil did remind me that it's not a D11, and I didn't think I was doing D11 duties, but anyway, I was just ripping up to make a bit of a road, and somehow I've got this big sucker snagged in here. So I don't know, I tried in the dirt just to push the ripper down and back up, but no go. So I'm sort of by myself. I'm thinking maybe if I back her up to a tree, and because it sort of sticks out a bit further, so I might give that a try. And what could possibly go wrong, eh? There we go. I think that's working. That's the problem. As soon as you take the weight off the ripper, there we go. Look at that. Didn't have to go hard or silly or anything. I think I've even haven't wrecked the tree. What a bonus.
Well, hello everybody and welcome to the channel. It is the 8th of May today. So a couple things. We're here at the South Lease block, and there's about 10 hectares left to do here, so almost done. JD's just got the planter going again this morning. Just see him going down over the little rise there. Yeah, you might be able to see some smoke around. Dad came down here as well, and I think he's lighting up a few piles of straw that got caught up in the planter. So he's in his happy place. JD's in his happy place, and I'm here to finish off the spraying. So I did a spray in the old grasshopper before the planter, and I got to do one afterwards to put another mix of a residual spray down to help stop the ryegrass. So I'm going to actually put the drone up now. Today's the 8th, so today's Thursday. Now on Saturday I crashed my drone here, actually just over there, and had to get another one. But interestingly enough, with the drones, so DJI have a bit of their own insurance sort of a thing. It's called Care Refresh, and I did have that still on, so it basically only cost me like 150 bucks to get a new drone, and it got here yesterday. So that's Wednesday. So yeah, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, arrived Wednesday. So very cool. It still surprises me how quick the replacement ones do happen, which is embarrassing because that means I've crashed a few. all seems to be going well. There's a couple of blockages, but all in all, pretty good. Can tell you've been around.
Smoke signals.
Yeah. Just embracing the ancient forms of communication. So I think, you can correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think the plan is we've got the Challenger with the disc planner and the Boss air cart. It's at the flat block and it's finished up. It should be finishing up this morning.
Should be finished up. It's done a exhaust gasket.
So there's a little bit of work needs to happen to the Challenger. It's exhaust manifold gasket is blown out or something, and and it needs a service as well. So going to take it to the main farm, do that, and then it's going to go to just the other, it gets confusing, but to a property only 5 k's from the main farm. And so what are we sowing there? Wheat. Then we might have both planters meet at the development block in a little bit to do there's chickpeas and wheat going in there as well. So I think we've got another maybe another 1,200 hectares to go and planting's done.
And linseed at the development block.
Yeah, a bit of linseed's going to go in there. So anyway, we might have both planters together at the development block in a few days' time, but we'll have to see how that all pans out.
Yeah.
All those plans are subject to change fairly.
Well, you've got to have a plan so you can break it.
Yeah.
Otherwise you wouldn't achieve anything.
No, that's true. There she is. Sorry for the dirty windscreens and all of that. I've got a bit of a carnage list on this ute I've got to do. It needs a service. I've got 4 drives not working. What else? I did actually just write a list this morning of all the stuff that needed to happen to it, and it's a bit longer than I thought. So Windows a bit slow to go up. But the problem is, and I'm sure you guys would have a lot of opinions out there, what do you do? Like this ute, you can carry a few injuries and it still gets you where you're going. You don't have to worry about all the electronics, the mucking around. Phil's new ute, the D-Max he just got, like all these fancy electronics are great, but they're a bit of a pain too. So like he drives through some grass and then it tries to emergency brake on him. So it's like, that's not ideal. And you know, what do? Do we just bite the bullet and we all go Land Cruisers and probably go broke? But at least they're not as complicated. Maybe buy some second-hand ones. I don't know. If I tell you what, if there was a manufacturer that made a vehicle virtually the same as this, maybe a couple of little extra just comfort things, none of the crazy electronics, something like this, and you could buy it brand new for like $35,000, I reckon sell like hotcakes, because this thing is near on bulletproof. That's done. I bought it 2013, and it had 100,000 k's on it. It's just ticked over to 300,000 k's, and that is a hard 200,000 k's that I've done to it. Gravel roads, big bumps, big washouts. So anyway, now that I've said all that, it'll probably die. I don't know if that's a rant or not, but it's a something. So let's get this thing started. Check the oil. I just topped it up a bit yesterday. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I'll get dirty hands. Here's my modified steering angle sensor mounts going. Nothing looks like it's been working well actually. The auto steer, in a previous video, I fit all the auto steer off the other Howsam, because the one that was on this was mucking up. It was annoying me. So I just took it all out off the other Howsam and put it on here. And it's working really well actually. So all my switches on, get this started. Yeah, just ignore all of that mess. I was in a rush. I did fit UHF in here though, so I've got communications. Usually we haven't worried about it because there's no one else here to talk to when I'm here spraying, so But yeah, just yesterday there was a bit going on, so I thought it'll be nice to have a UHF in there. So I found an old one that I'd repaired and fit it in there.
Well, g'day guys and good morning. I've just rocked up in JD's UD. He's away, getting the upplanter. I have a predicament. The dear old sprayer's let me down. I was just doing a headland, jumped on this morning, and so I've been for my nice little exercise, and looks like the coolant has let go on me. I'm hoping, it's the loud plane, hoping we haven't cooked the engine. It all happened pretty quick. I think I know what happened. The coolant bottle let go. That's a bit of it there. But we'll see whether that was the cause or the result of something else. So that's what I'm going to find out. We'll jump up here and have a bit of a look. I thought I had a fire on my hands, I tell you. This red cat coolant, she just come out, it was all steaming and it, firing out red, and I was like, oh no, I thought we had a fire. Ah, that's why. The belt. The belt. No, that shouldn't do it. Oh, that drives the water pump. Well that's good. Not good actually. Maybe we have cooked it. The old air conditioner and the water pump belt are the same. So it would have got really hot, put pressure on this and then blew it. The pot does thicken. Oh well guys, I'm gonna contemplate my life's choices. Yeah, and see what we can figure out here. I got the belt off and had to pull the main one off first to get to that one. Pulled the coolant overflow tank. I've got pulled the guard off this side. Everything feels fine. That's what sort of got me. I'm just not, like to find something a bit more obvious as to the reason why it failed. Where do I put the tensioner? It's here somewhere. Up here. So like everything feels alright bearing wise. It's only done about about 1,000 hours since we've replaced it all. So yeah, very interesting. Let's check that. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe that was chipped and that's caused that belt to let go over time. Because it was sitting on that side. But why would that chip, eh? Oh, well we've got a belt coming, a tensioner coming, and the header tank, and I've got coolant, so it'll be here in the morning. So we might just, the planters are all moving today back to different farms, so we'll might just have a bit of a maintenance day. I think it's going to come first thing in the morning, and we'll just delay sowing by a day on this one planter, the one JD's driving with the Steiger, because I only got like 2 hectares done before it blew itself. So anyway guys, we'll be back no doubt.
Righto guys, it has been one interesting half an hour or so since I last talked to you. I'm finally going here. I had an issue where the 4-wheel drive just hasn't played up at all yet. It worked fine yesterday when I was spraying and I pulled up, everything was fine. Hopped in it this morning. I couldn't turn the 4-wheel drive steering off. Now the steering is locked up in the back. You don't really need it here and any of that, so there's bars there to stop it from working. But because it was activated, I had no steering, couldn't steer the front, so I had to trace it all back and disconnect the solenoid that controls that. So we're going again. I can steer, which is pretty important. I got a phone call from Brad. He was actually, I rang him about this to just see what he knew, because he had the other house and for years and years and years. So And then while I was on the phone to him, the head tank, or the overflow tank on the Rogator blew out the side and put coolant everywhere. So that's a developing story. And then Phil's trying to move from the flat block to the main farm with the Challenger and the Boss disc planter and the Boss air cart, and he can't get the beacons to work on the tractor or the Boss air cart. So that's a developing story. So it's just, I don't know, sometimes you feel like you just should go back to bed, try again. Well guys, might have just got myself out of a bit of a pickle. Just been battling with a few things with this today. It's just been one of those days. One of the issues today was every time after a certain while I would go over a bump or whatever, and I just felt like it'd suck a little bit of air. So eventually it died on me, and I tried to track down the where the pickup is in the tank, because I've got over half a tank of fuel. And yeah, it turns out, and this is what happens when you buy second-hand machinery, is something must happen with the original pickup. So what's happened in a previous life is this fuel filter here has been fitted, and basically that hose goes straight into the rubber of the filler neck into the tank, and it only went to about there. So I just put a little bit extra hose on there, and I'll see if it works. Josiah's currently coming down with a bit more fuel, but yeah, I've got over half a tank of fuel, so I think we're just going to have to yeah, fill it up at every opportunity, because I assumed that we had the whole of the tank to use, but apparently not. So anyway, I've got another 40, no, sorry, it'll be only 30 hectares to go and I'm done. Righto, I'm covered in diesel. JD's just brought a 40 litres for me. It's all he sort of had available with jerry cans. Anyway, I've made put a little bit extra plastic in it, so maybe we can pick up a little bit more, but I'm just hoping I can finish it. At least we sort of know what the problem is. So if worse comes to worse, I can deal with it tomorrow. But anyway, we'll see how we get on. Well guys, we're abandoning ship. Part of me hopes it sort of rolls into the waterway overnight and we don't have to deal with this. But yeah, just every time I try, it can start fine, and then every time I try to load it up, like take off or go up a bit of a hill, it just dies like it's getting air in the fuel. But the primer pump is still hard, like there's no air in there, so don't know, it kind of seems electrical too. It's throwing a couple of codes and then it won't let me rev past a certain bit, and then it just, yeah, I don't know. This is where old school, the other Howson was good because it didn't have the electronic engine, but it didn't have as much horsepower, but yeah, it was a bit simpler. Well, hello guys, it's the next day, next afternoon. Almost knock off time to be honest, but quick update. Rogator parts didn't show up. That might be tomorrow, so I can't do much more there. This, what we've done, and excuse the noise, we just got it going. We've done a couple of things we hope will fix the problem, but we don't know. So hopefully you can hear me all right. So one, we filled it up with fuel, then we fit a little fuel pump, auxiliary fuel pump to it to make sure it can keep the prime up to it. We're not sure exactly what was going on. That little pre-filter, or the water separator filter, we put a new one onto them. Didn't have a main fuel filter in town. So one of them's ordered, but yeah, I'm just GPS is warming up. I'm going to see if it works. But anyone knows that those little fuel pumps, the first thing you do when you have a problem with a piece of farm machinery and fuel, just whack one of them on. I haven't put a switch on it, it's just off the isolator, so it should be a good reminder. If you hear it ticking, it means the isolator's still on. Right, let's go. Come on, baby. There we go. We've got spray. We're spraying. Don't die on me. You can do it. I've got 20 hectares. Just 20 hectares. Then we can retire you, maybe. Righto. Well, I don't have, I can see Brad up on the hill there on the base, so I should have RTK soon, but until then, I've got to freehand it. So, I'll update you guys if there's any excitement. We're just making it so far. Every bit of load, every bit of uphill or contour bank, it's cutting out. So, I think with that fuel pump, I think the issue is that other fuel filter is blocked or something, and the one we can't get today. Of course it is, but I think that one's blocked, and yeah, just starving it when it goes to load up the engine. It's just starving of fuel, but now we've got the that auxiliary fuel pump in there, it can recover a bit. So while ever I'm on the flat-ish country, it's fine, not a problem. But thankfully I've finished the real steep runs and only just made it then. If I had a full load, there'd be no hope. So I've got 4 hectares left, just 4 hectares. And then we can burn it if we want, but it's done the job, most of the job, but it's been a bit of an effort to get here. Better than spraying it with a knapsack though, so it's all about perspective, isn't it? Or pulling out the weeds by hand, so we've got to look on the bright side. I reckon when I turn around and try and get up this contour, it'll probably cut out. We'll see if it recovers and I can keep going though. I just got to baby it a little bit. Oh, there it goes. Just got to back off. Don't let it load up too much, or she won't stay running for me. I think if it does play up and we can't get it going, we might just not worry about this last little bit. The weeds aren't as bad here anyway, over there a bit further, but sometimes you just can't do everything that you want to do. And the beauty is I don't have brakes when it does this, so I've got to turn around and do that. We're going again. I think that fuel pump, that auxiliary fuel pump's letting us start it pretty soon. Just let it prime up a bit, and we might be able to just keep doing that and finish this off. Come on. Not good. This is not a good feeling. Oh, what do you do? Can't do much. Righto, downhill's good. Just need a way of getting uphill. Well, we got it done. Had to be a little strategic towards the end there, not to go up the hills. Bit of zigzagging going on, but all in all, we got that done. Now the options are, obviously we'll probably put in that other filter when it comes in, put that on, see how it goes, and all's well. There are a couple other little issues with it that could be becoming terminal, we don't know. This seems to have some issues with the wheel motors or the drive motors as well. So yeah, you know, like it's one of those things. It's we'll see how it goes. It might have to do a bit more for us, but you know, the idea was the original Grasshopper was just sort of a backup, and it was very handy because we've got properties, you know, 60 kilometers away from each other. You could just leave that one there, and it was a backup, and you know, you didn't have to shift the other sprayer a whole lot. And then when that one died, obviously Dad had bought this one at a clearing sale, so we're like, well, that probably could be a good option for just down at the 180 hectares here at the South Lease block, and it has worked okay. And yeah, it is pretty rough with the contours and all of that I don't think the Rogator would handle it very well. So, you know, just a natural fit. And yeah, for 10 grand, or I think it was 10 grand Dad paid for it. It's done, what, 3 sprays, and yeah, by no means is it necessarily dead. There's just a few things with it that we need to work on. So anyway, we got it done. Good stuff. We can focus on the next thing. It won't be, the next spray here will be an in-crop spray. I don't know, might be a month or so. And yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what options we got then. But yeah, the Rogator, we've got the parts hopefully coming tomorrow. So I'll probably, Brad or I'll see you then, and we'll see whether it fixes that problem. Fingers crossed the engine hasn't overheated. Either way, it's not good. I'd kind of assume, and it's dangerous to assume, but I would assume that most sort of vehicles after, you know, the mid-2000s or whatever would have audio alarms for when there's a serious issue with temperature or anything like that. But yeah, apparently the Roe Gator doesn't. So it all happens very quick. If you lose a belt or a water pump goes or something, they can get hot really quick. And if you're not looking at your gauge every, you know, couple of minutes, it can be all it takes. So I'd encourage any manufacturer to make sure there is an audio alarm or an audible alarm on anything like oil pressure, engine temperature, all of that sort of stuff, because that can be very nasty. So righto, I'm gonna go pack up the base station up there. I'll pack up the chemical here, go home, and we'll attack tomorrow when it comes.
Oh, good morning, guys. We're back on the Roe Gator pursuit. We got our parts, still don't have my ute, but look over there, the mighty Jeep is back. It made it. The irony is it's actually going to fix the breakdown, so there you go. I thought I better not take it out in the paddock with all the rocks. I'll bust a hole through the sump. So we'll go and see if we can fix up this sprayer, and I'm really hoping that we haven't done a head gasket or something, crack something. We will find out. Let's go. I've got the tank on. I've put some coolant in it. I didn't bring the funnel, did I? So I may have spilled a little bit. It didn't actually take that much, probably only 5 litres, if that. So there might be air in the system, so just waiting for Matt to come and help me. There's a plug on the front of the fan here for the clutch. He's the magic fingers when it comes to electronic plugs. So yeah, I can't get the belt on until we pull that off, but I'll just keep poking around here and see what we can figure out. I'm ready to start her up, I think. That's still coming. Got that plug on, I managed to figure it out. Hopefully I've done it right.
Hey there, bud.
Oh, there he is. Yeah, I am.
Yeah, where are you?
Oh, just up the top here, next to JD's house. And probably, well, I think I've nearly got it going, so come around Mix Dam and then up probably might be quicker.
Yeah, right, eh?
I know, let's see if she goes. I've got turning action, that's good. Now, the window's a bit dirty now, I might have to go and clean it. I'll go and have a look out here. We don't want no bubbles. Just let the cap a bit loose so it won't build up pressure. Righto guys, look, Matt's arrived. The Phantom. He's like a blister, eh, when all the work's done. I'm getting out of the way because I don't want to get wafted. He's just going to do 20 minutes. I've just got a little grader job down here, just in front of the planter there. We've had a washout in the contour where it goes into the waterway, so I was just going to fix that. But just told Matt to do a couple of minutes and he'll check it all again, make sure it's all working. Yeah, he's backing up. He's a good boy. What do you have a bunch of the back wheels sunk in there? Crazy. Thankfully the brew we had in the tank sort of doesn't matter if it sits in there for a week. He's off. Oh well guys, thanks for watching. No news will be good news. And hopefully we can spray so we can get planting here. We've had the planter held up for a couple of days while we wait for parts of this thing, so we'll go and get into it now. JD will be happy. So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy it, and we like your comments and all that sort of stuff, and make sure you like and subscribe if indeed you do like it. Good on you guys.